Hello my dear friends, hearty welcome to the second Sunday in the Lent. At this Sunday we hear the experience of transfiguration of the Lord. Jesus is taking Peter, John and Jacob to the mountain of Tabor, and there he gets transfigured. That means he looks like God himself. Why Matthew is bringing in his gospel this message? Actually, in the year 63 before Christ, the Romans had conquered Palestine, and it was actually in the control of the Romans. And the Herod the Great, he was actually just a king for the Jews. There are so many problems in this country. And Herod is appointing the priests, and he is also removing the priests. There is a lot of problems, lot of tension. And one side, these priests or Sadducees, they are trying to be with Romans, but the other side, they show to people that the Romans or their colony in Palestine, this is the real problem of our whole system. So in this situation, my dear friends, Jesus is coming, and Jesus is showing in a way that we can have real life in God with the two things. First and foremost, from the Old Testament, where Moses and Elijah are speaking with Jesus, in the sense there's a combination that Jesus, or in Jesus, the Old Testament becomes vibrant, but at the same time Jesus is saying the Son of Man has to go and he has to suffer and he has to die on the cross. When after the resurrection, he will be the master of life. That means the Old Testament and the New Testament, they are in a way together in Jesus Christ. And in Jesus, where he is getting transfigured, that means he shows himself as God, or where from the heaven there is a voice which is saying that this is my beloved Son and you have to hear him. That means in this theological perspective, we understand that in Jesus, the Old Testament and the New Testament are coming together, and in Jesus is the fulfillment of the whole covenant which God had made with Abraham. In the first reading, we hear that God is telling Abraham that you are the blessing. But here we see, my dear friends, that Jesus is a fulfillment of everything. Fulfillment of the whole covenant which God had made with Abraham. That means in Jesus we can find everything. Especially I am so astonished to see that Peter, John and Jacob, they want to be there with Jesus. They don't want to come down from the mountain, but at the same time Jesus is saying that we have to go ahead in our life, but through the death and resurrection we will have everlasting life. The second Sunday is teaching me and also all of us that we have to hear Jesus. We have to live according to the values of Jesus, according to the teachings of Jesus, and all the things which are against the teachings of Jesus, they will not give everlasting life. It means we have still time, my dear friends, we can also listen the words of Jesus. We can also try to listen what he is telling us for today, for our own life, for our own society, for our own church. In that way, we can really become partners in the transfiguration of Jesus. I wish all of us that this is possible in the coming week. I wish you all the best, that you get blessings like Abraham received from God. Bye-bye.